when Muammar Gaddafi visited the former president of Nigeria, that he want to establish boys, he want to train boys, which he will use as mercenaries in case if the Western imperialism came to invade Libya. Then the former president of Nigeria said there is no problem. He pointed to Muammar Gaddafi the forest in the north, that he should use that site to train those boys. So Muammar Gaddafi brought out a lot of money, plenty money, and gave to the former president of Nigeria to train those boys for him, that they will serve as a special squad to fight in case if the Western powers invade Libya. Those boys used to come to Kaduna from that forest where they are. They used to come to Kaduna to collect money for their feeding and everything that they needed. Muammar Gaddafi handed everything over to that president to take care of those boys. So those boys used to, from that place where they are, from the forest where they are, they used to come to Kaduna to collect money for their feeding. Then when Muammar Gaddafi was killed in 2011 by the Western powers, the man that's supposed to take care of those boys, when Goodluck Jonathan won at the Supreme Court in 2011, the former president of Nigeria turned those boys for politics. In 30th November 2011, 10 fully loaded trucks of ammunition and gun and bomb and all kinds of explosive things landed in the northern Nigeria. 10 loaded, fully loaded trucks. 10 fully loaded trucks landed in the northern Nigeria from Libya. Those 10 trucks are from Libya. They landed in the northern Nigeria because the presidents are now preparing those boys to use it to fight against Jonathan. On 15th May 2012, after those guns, after those ammunition have landed in Nigeria, in the north, Buhari opened his mouth and said that 2015 will be bloody if... So because of the threats that Jonathan was getting from those men and the president, the former president, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he called for negotiation with those men, those boys. So those boys said, Buhari should stand as a negotiator between you and I. So Buhari, the one that is funding them, should stand as a negotiator between him, between them, the Boko Haram, and Goodluck Jonathan. When Buhari heard about the news, he became angry because on the day that they went for that negotiation, for that meeting, Buhari did not come. So those boys nominated Buhari to stand for them, to speak for them. Because he's the one who was funding them. He used to give them money. They used to come to his place and collect money in Kaduna. When he heard the news that the Boko Haram nominated him as a negotiator between them and the federal government, he became angry. And he said, he questioned them, why do you mention my name? Muhammadu Buhari questioned the Boko Harams, why do you mention my name? Because you mentioned my name, the money that I used to give you to you people for feeding and everything, I'm not going to give to you people again. Because you have reviewed me. Remember, those money does not belong to Buhari. Those money belong to Muammar Gaddafi. And the initial plan was not to use those boys for terrorism. The initial plan was to use those boys against the Western imperialism, against the Western powers, in case if they invade Libya. Buhari refused to give those boys food. They became angry. If you check, the time that the Boko Haram began to kill people anyhow was between 2012 to 2014. So in 2014, because those boys became angry, they came to kill Buhari in Kaduna, where he was living. If any of you remember, Boko Haram attacked Buhari in Kaduna. They came to kill him, but he escaped that day. When he escaped, Goodluck Jonathan bring 2 armored cars and gave to Buhari to safeguard him. If any of you remember, how do you imagine it that the Boko Harams can conquer the Nigerian trained armies? That is because they themselves, they were trained as a special squad. They were not just a bandit. They were trained as a special squad to fight a special battle. Are you hearing me now? Let's go back. to 2018, when Buhari traveled to London, in London they asked Buhari, why is there so much killing in your country? Then Buhari answered that it is Muammar Gaddafi that are killing my people. In 2018, that is Muammar Gaddafi that is killing his people. How? Muammar Gaddafi was killed in 2011. How can somebody that was killed in 2011 be the one killing your people in 2018? Did Libya have any common boundary with Nigeria? No. Is there any other country that has common boundary with Libya that are experiencing these kinds of killing that are happening in Nigeria? No. So how come Buhari is blaming Gaddafi for the killing that is happening in Nigeria? That is because there was a business deal between the Libya government, which is Muammar Gaddafi, and Muhammad Buhari, which himself, Goodluck Jonathan was aware of everything that was going on, but he chose to be silent. That is not a characteristic of a leader. He was silent until today it has skyrocketed. Remember, the Boko Haram group are different from Fulani herdsmen. I will talk about the Fulani herdsmen in the next video. Follow me for more.